Hey guys, it's Team No Skill, and I have a deck for you guys today. It is going to be Battle Sisters. This is my third time making the deck. You can see the other two deck profiles on the channel. But this is the way I always wanted to make it because everything's cheaper now, and so it's easier. So our starter is Battle Sister Waffle, grade 0, Forerunner, has an amazing skill. Counterblast 1, put her into the soul. Look at the top 3 cards for a Battle Sister. Call 1 to a rearguard, and it gets +2, then you shuffle your deck. So the other 2 cards shuffle back into the deck. And she's amazing. And I also thought that these sleeves were completely perfect because 2 reasons. 1, she's my waifu, and 2, she's like in a little bakery suit, and like dessert, because the whole entire deck is a dessert base. So on to the next cards. Well, like in case you didn't know, they're all named after desserts. Move that out the way. 4 draw triggers, Battle Sister Tiramisu. 4 crits, well 8 crits, 8 crits. Battle Sister Ginger. Battle Sister Muffin, the other crit. She has an amazing effect. So her skill is on Regard, act, put her on top of the deck, give another Battle Sister +3, and Oracle. So you give a different unit the ability to, when they attack Vanguard, if you have 5 or more cards in your hand, on attack, unflip 2 damage, which is amazing. And we have 4 Battle Sister Chai, just regular heals. I'm not running the Frozen Magus because I want the whole deck to be pure Battle Sisters, because there are some cards that require special counterblast. So we have 4 Battle Sister Cocos. I know all the triggers have been, they're like 15 cents to a quarter each. The starter is like a quarter. Battle Sister Coco. So on placement of Vanguard or Rearguard, look at the top card of your deck, and you can leave it there or put it to the bottom of your deck. I got the triple R's because they're really cheap. They're $1. They're the same price as the rares, so I would suggest getting the triple R's because they look nicer. 3. Battle Sister Taffy. She used to be like a $5-7 promo. I'm so happy she got a reprint as a rare. She's like 50 cents. So on attack, if you have a Vanguard with Battle Sister, she gets +3k, generic. 3 Battle Sister Lollipop. You're always treated as being a limit break. And 4 Battle Sister chocolat. Just generic PGs. I want to swap these 2 out for the original ones. They're like $1 difference. So those are the great ones. So we have 4 Battle Sister Cocotte. An amazing card, Vanguard or Regard ability. When she hits Vanguard, counterblast 1 card is Battle Sister. That's another thing. Counterblast 1 Battle Sister. Look at the top card of your deck. Reveal it. If it's a Battle Sister, add it to your hand. So the whole deck is Battle Sister, so it just goes to your hand. It's a free plus, and it puts an amazing amount of pressure on. And these are like $1, not too expensive. 4 Battle Sister Macaron. I got the double R's because I got them in a trade. They're also like $1. It's like Taffy, but it's a 12k. When she attacks, if you have Vanguard with Battle Sister, she gets +3k. You can also get the rares. They're like 30 cents, 50 cents, 30 cents. And I also prefer the flavor text on the rare one because it says, "Make way, the great macaroon is coming through." And 3 of the new promo. These are like $1 also. So an amazing card. I didn't think it was like great at first until I played it, and I was like, this card's nutty. It's great. So her skill is Vanguard or Regard, which is also amazing. Choose a card as Battle Sister and its name and discard it. So when she attacks, discard a Battle Sister. She gets +5,000 power, and she gets an auto on-hit ability. When she hits, counterblast 1, draw 2 cards, and then discard 1. So she's a super hand fixer. And no, I didn't say hits Vanguard. It hits anything. So if it hits Rearguard, hits Vanguard, her effect goes off, which is amazing. So like for this deck, I hope to get double crit when they attack me for the first time. So next turn I can go into this. So I can have Coquette and have both of these go live. Because usually when Hurt was waffle, I usually get cocotte, the lemon break enabler, or I get oh, I didn't even say her name, or I get pannacotta, and eventually one of them is going to hit because everything has an on hit and it emits an amazing amount of pressure. So we have 4 Battle Sister Monaka. One of my favorite Battle Sisters as well. She's amazing. Lemon break 4. Counterblast 1 and choose a copy of herself and discard it. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards. You don't have to reveal them, and then you put the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. And she has an additional effect. Counterblast 2 cards as Battle Sister, and she gets plus 5,000 power. So basically, Counterblast 1, discard a copy of her. Look at the top 5. If there's another copy, add her. Do it again, and just keep doing it until you're out of monakas. I think she was always cheap. I think high she was like $5, but she's like $1.50. And then we have my favorite Battle Sister, Battle Sister Parfait. This is the card I never had because she was like $10, $15. Back then it was reasonable because she was amazing, really good. So her limit break is continuous. During your turn, if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, she gets plus 3k and the ability when she hits Vanguard, you draw a card. So let's say you only have 3 cards in your hand, but you're at limit break, and you have a 7k behind her. When she attacks, she's going to be 18, and let's say your opponent drops a 10k because they want to do one to pass. As soon as you drive check, she becomes 21,000 because you have 4 cards in your hand. Because her, like I said, it's continuous. It's not an auto, it's not an act. So its effect will go off. So as soon as you get 4 cards, the entire effect of hers goes live. And her other effect is Counterblast 2 cards as Battle Sister. If you have three or less cards in your hand, Counterblast 2, draw a card. So the Counterblast 2 pays for itself as the crit because the crit inflicts 2 damage. So she puts an amazing amount of pressure on. And these are like $2 to $3. The parfaits. Probably the most expensive Battle Sister right now, besides the PGs. So the deck isn't that expensive, it's pretty cheap. Also got a new deck box. Waifu. I also have these sleeves for her. Okay, so we're going to the shreds. Shreds are actually really, really cheap too. So we have 4. What's her name? Lord of Guidance Wakahirume. So her ability is Oracle. So you have to have 5 GB2 and Oracle. So you have to have 5 or more cards in your hand to activate her ability. So her skill is when she attacks Vanguard, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, Persona flip a copy of her from the G zone. Draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of the deck. So you can basically put a heal, a draw, or a crit. And you're just like, okay. Your opponent's like, okay. Like today, I played against my friend. I healed 2 or 3 times because of two times, yeah, because of her. Because I reused the heal twice. Next, we have 2 Sword Deity of the Thunderbreak takemikazuchi. I'm only running 2 because I don't think 4 is really needed. Because the deck already draws consistently on its own. So its skill is Counterblast 2, flip a copy of itself. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add 2 to your hand. And then you shuffle, I believe. Bottom of your deck in any order. So you don't shuffle, you just stack yourself. So these are like 5 to 7. I picked them one for 6, and I traded for the other one. And these are like $2 to $3 each. Next we have, I don't know what the first word is. Raincloud calling. Raincloud calling 9-headed Dragon King. So this card is a super hand fixer. His effect activates after you attack Vanguard. So after you attack Vanguard, you counterblast 1, choose up to 3 cards in your hand, shuffle them back into the deck, and draw back the same amount. So you can put your heals back, your crits back, your draws back, anything you want back. He's like 50 cents. Then we have what is basically the Susanoo Stride. Kirin, soaring, auspicious beast Kirin. So its skill is on hit. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1, put the other one to the bottom of your deck. And if you guys don't know what Susanoo does, It does the exact same thing. If it hits, look at the top two cards, add one to your hand, put the other to the bottom. I personally don't think Susano's that great. I mean, this is basically equivalent to Susano. But the only good thing about Susano is that it gives all your units plus 2k, which isn't even a lot. That's plus 4k to every column, I believe. I don't know because it to itself. But, I mean, I wish Susano's skill was it gives plus 2k for every copy of himself face up, which would be super nice. And then we're running 4 G Guardians. Sunrise on High Godhawk, Ichibyoshi. So G Guard, if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, it gets plus 5 shield. Very easy to do. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.